Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Piedmont Technical College's Fall Commencement Ceremony. Please rise for the processional and remain standing for the national anthem and invocation. Thank you.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rickling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's pray together. Our gracious God, we are grateful for times like these when we can celebrate and reflect on the achievements that you've enabled us to accomplish. We recognize that you are the giver of good things, and these students crossing this threshold of education is one of those good things. Lord, I thank you that you've made us in your image as men and women who are able to think, reason, create, feel, and love. I thank you for education and its goal of helping us learn more about the intricacies of the world around us, a world that you created and intricacies that show us your infinite goodness, your wisdom, and your power. Thank you for the instructors and the professors who have helped these students reach this point. I thank you for the students who have worked hard and have reached the end of this course of learning. Thank you for the families and friends who have provided support and encouragement along the way. And I thank you that we live in a society that values education and provides us freedom to be curious and learn. I pray for these graduates as they move on to the next phase of life. I pray for those who are entering the workforce. I pray that they would be diligent and that they would excel in all that they do. Help them to find jobs that provide for their needs and that give them the satisfaction of hard work and the fruits of that work. I pray for those who are going on to further education. Help them to find the right schools and to apply themselves to further learning with tenacity and diligence. I pray for every graduate here to know peace in their life. All of them have mountains of joy and valleys of hardship ahead of them in the years to come. I pray that they would come to find you as a shelter in storms and a rock in uncertainty. I pray that they would be drawn to the goodness and hope of Jesus Christ and his work to bring peace to sinners such as us. We leave here today rejoicing and grateful in your goodness and hopeful and reliant on your power to sustain and uphold us. We pray this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please be seated. Hello and welcome. I am Hope Rivers, and I have the honor of serving as your college president. Allow me to give a special thanks to Reverend Matt Davis for the invocation, Miss Jane Herlong for singing the Star Spangled Banner, and the Emerald City Brass for providing music for this occasion. As I look around this amazing and talented group of graduates, I am humbled and grateful that you chose to be a part of the Piedmont Technical College family. I'd like to recognize those who helped to make this possible. Members of the South Carolina Senate, members of the South Carolina House of Representatives, county council members and county administrators from Piedmont's 7-county service area, members of the Piedmont Technical College Foundation Board, and administrators from the college's Promise programs. Would all of our partners please stand so that we may acknowledge and thank you for your service and dedication. Thank you. We sincerely appreciate your partnership and commitment to enhancing educational opportunities in the region. Today would not be possible without the commitment of the Piedmont Technical College faculty and staff. Would members of our esteemed faculty and staff please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Allow me to say thank you to everyone who worked tirelessly to bring our graduation ceremony to the Little River Multicultural Center. Your dedication and attention to detail truly created an excellent environment for today's ceremony. As many of you know, Piedmont Technical College is currently expanding the Family Life and Conference Center, our traditional graduation venue. We look forward to welcoming everyone back to that revitalized space when it reopens in 2027. The Area Commission is the governing board of Piedmont Technical College. Commission members are recommended by their county's legislative delegation and appointed by the governor of South Carolina for 4-year terms. Commissioners with us today are Miss Anita Butler from Abbeville, Miss Thelma Woody from Abbeville, Miss Jane Herlong, who serves as the vice chair from Edgefield, Miss Cherry Brown from McCormick, Mr. Pearsall from Newberry, who also serves on the foundation board. Graduates, today we celebrate not only your achievement, but also the unique journeys that have brought each of you here. At Piedmont Technical College, we understand that everyone's path looks different. We embrace the potential and the possibilities each path holds. You've experienced firsthand how our programs are designed to equip you with the tools needed for real-world success. But Piedmont Tech is more than just a place of learning. We are deeply rooted in the communities we serve. We stand not only as a college, but also as your partner in progress. As you move forward, remember this: whether you are starting fresh, starting over, or simply daring to dream bigger. Your journey matters to us. We remain here, committed to helping you rise, succeed, and make a meaningful impact in the world. As you step into the world as a graduate, remember that your relationship with Piedmont Tech does not end here. You are now part of a vast network of alumni who are making a difference in their communities. I encourage you to give back, not only to the college, but also to your community. Embrace this moment and let it be a guiding light as you take the next step in your journey. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are exceedingly proud of you. Thank you.
Congratulations, graduates. It's my pleasure to introduce our speakers this afternoon, Ms. Tamara Teasley and Dr. Tracy Pettigo. Tamara Teasley spent 11 years working as a dental assistant before enrolling in Piedmont Technical College's nursing program. Returning to school, which meant commuting from Anderson while juggling the responsibilities of raising two daughters, proved to be a challenge. She credits her husband and mother-in-law with creating an effective support system. Tamara will be working as a nurse in an orthopedic unit at AnMed Health. Like her two older sisters, who are also nurses, she plans to pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing through online courses at Capella University. Dr. Pettigo's successful healthcare career started 2 decades ago when he graduated from Piedmont Technical College with an associate in applied science degree in respiratory care. Today, he is working toward a second doctoral degree while serving as assistant director of the nurse anesthesia program at the University of South Carolina School of Medicine in Greenville. Along the way, he has cared for patients at AnMed Health in Anderson, Self Regional Healthcare in Greenwood, and Prisma Health's Lawrence County Hospital. He's also gone on medical mission trips to Guatemala and Honduras. In addition to his degree from PTC, he has an Associate of Science degree in nursing from Regents College, as well as a Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing, a Master of Nursing Anesthesia degree, and a Doctorate of Nursing Practice degree from the University of South Carolina. He is seeking a doctoral degree in nursing research from the University of Tennessee. His daughter, Anna Brooke Pettigo Parker, graduated from PTC's nursing program last year. Please join me as we welcome Ms. Tamara Teasley and Dr. Tracy Pettigo.
Good afternoon, everyone. Graduates, family, friends, and anyone who knows more about our majors than they ever planned to just from helping us study. My name is Tamara Teasley, and I'm graduating from the Associate Degree Nursing Program. If someone had told me years ago that I'd be standing here giving a commencement speech, I don't think I would have believed them. But standing here now, I'm reminded of how far a person can go when they finally decide to bet on themselves. When I initially started college in 2012, it was for nursing. But as life went on, working became more important. So I switched to dentistry. I was happy there and I was comfortable there, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I had settled. So that's when my two oldest sisters, Jasmine and Takara, both registered nurses, led the way. They showed me that even though life happens, it's still possible to reach your goals. Watching them go through nursing school and thrive in their careers reminded me that growth never stops. Dreams don't have an expiration date. My sisters adamantly encouraged me to go back to school and finish what I started. So I decided to check into nursing. But here's the thing about us humans. When we're facing something new or something big, we kind of don't jump all in at once. So I start setting these little conditions for myself. So I said, well, if this goes right, then I'll consider it. If I do this, then I'll do it. So eventually I ran out of excuses. I chose Piedmont Technical College because everything aligned. My credits transferred. There was no cost tuition at the time. And my older sister, Jasmine, had just graduated and told me how supported she felt here. So to anyone thinking of going back to school, whether it's been 5 years or 25 years, I want you to hear me clearly, and I'll say it's never too late. You're not too old, you're not too busy, and you're not too far gone. I have not done this alone. My husband and my very best friend, Frankie, encouraged me to quit my job and chase this dream. He worked extra shifts to carry the full financial load for our family, and he never doubted me, not once. I want to thank him for believing in me and for always being the one to remind me, you got this. Now, before I go on, I just want to warn y'all that this next part of my speech is for my daughters, okay? They're 16 and 11, so there's going to be a little Gen Alpha slang here. So if you were born before Wi-Fi, like me, just bear with me. To my daughters, Talia and Tamia, my biggest stands. They understood why Mom had to miss a recital, but more than that, they kept positive aura and were endlessly optimistic. Every day, they wanted to know about my classes. Sometimes they even helped me study, even though they couldn't pronounce the words. Clock it. Still, they remained tough and sat with me and quizzed me and cheered me on without complaint. Every time I doubted myself and thought that I was cooked, they never did. They continued their encouragement. Their encouragement sounded like this. You got this, Mom. You can do it, bruh. You ate, twin. So hearing that every day, it made me feel like it was all worth it. So to be so for real, I just want to say 6'7". Okay. I also want to thank my mother-in-law. She was my spiritual lifeline whenever I would panic, and I did panic. Okay? I would call her and go to her with every worry. I was rambling, I was spiraling, and all the while she's just sitting there like this. So it was like she wasn't listening, but she was. She's old school, okay? She can hear a whisper from 50 miles away. So when I was finally done venting, she would ask me, are you finished? And I would say, yep. She said, okay, let's pray about it because it's already done. Now to my classmates. What a wild ride we've had. We've had our moments, from shaking hands during checkoffs to a full day of clinicals, followed by a full night of studying. Each of us has our own story, our own challenges, and our own strengths, but together we lifted each other up and we took comfort in the fact that we were not alone in our feelings. When someone didn't quite get a lecture, there was always a classmate ready to explain it again and again, maybe even break it down for you on the whiteboard. We had in-person and FaceTime study sessions. group chats full of memes, motivational pep talks, a quick prayer in the car before an exam, and even tutoring sessions from one truly remarkable student, Sarah Myers. We learned that resilience isn't about never feeling overwhelmed. It's about showing up anyway and leaning on each other. It's about encouraging someone when they feel doubtful, sharing study hacks, and sometimes just silent support. Along the way, we built friendships that'll last a lifetime. We shared countless laughs, many at ourselves, and we never stopped showing up, and that's what matters. I'm genuinely honored to graduate alongside such intelligent, hilarious, hardworking, supportive, and inspiring people. To our nursing instructors, thank you. You were there when we needed guidance, tough love, Miss Hughes, and when we just needed reassurance that we could do this. You didn't just teach us nursing, you taught us resilience, compassion, accountability, and how to believe in ourselves. We saw it in lectures when you refused to let us settle for surface level answers, and we saw it in clinicals when you held us to the highest standard, demonstrating what true advocacy and patient care looks like in action. As we step into this next chapter, let's carry this lesson with us. Growth is uncomfortable, but it's also where transformation happens. Let's keep showing up, keep learning, keep pushing ourselves to be better every day. And finally, I'll leave you with the words of Maya Angelou. Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, faculty, friends, and the entire Piedmont Tech community. What an honor it is to stand here today, not only as your commencement speaker, but as someone who once sat exactly where you're sitting now, but the chairs are probably different since it was 1995. I graduated from Piedmont Tech 30 years ago, and in many ways this place changed the trajectory of my entire life. I was raised by a single mother, and I was the first person in my family to go to college. I did not come from a long line of scholars. I came from a long line of hardworking people who believed in showing up, doing your best, and being grateful for what you have. But dreaming bigger, that wasn't always part of the picture. Piedmont Tech made that possible. It's where the hands that will fix an engine learn to dream of eventually owning the shop. This campus introduced me to the idea that my goals didn't have to fit inside the boundaries of what anyone else had done before me. I could take away what my family gave me, the courage, the grit, the determination, and to build the rest on my own. Since graduating as a respiratory therapist from Piedmont Tech, I've gone on to earn an associate's degree in nursing, a bachelor's degree of nursing, a master's degree of nurse anesthesia, and a doctorate degree of nursing practice. I'm currently working on my PhD in nursing research, and I've been in healthcare for over 30 years, and I'm currently teaching at the University of South Carolina School of Medicine. I'm a professor and assistant program director of the nurse anesthesia program. You see, Piedmont Tech hasn't just shaped my journey, it shaped my children's journey also. My son learned how to weld here. My daughter graduated from Piedmont Tech just 1 year ago and is now a registered nurse. And it reminds me that education is not a chapter, it's a legacy. And today, every one of you become part of that legacy too. I want to tell you something about me. I'm a huge fan of the Olympics. And you're probably thinking, why are you sharing this with me? Just bear with me, I'm going to tell you. I love everything about the Olympics, from the opening to the closing ceremonies, the intensity, the joy, the heartbreak, the triumph, and the stories behind the athletes, and they're all very interesting to me. One of my favorite events is diving. But what I love most about diving is the springboard competition. The diver walks out, pauses at the edge, gathers focus, strength, and courage, and then just for a moment, they let the board do what it was designed to do. It bends, it coils, it stores every ounce of energy the diver has built up through the years of training. And then at the perfect moment, the board releases the energy and launches them into the air higher, farther, and stronger than they could have ever done on their own. To me, that is exactly what Piedmont Tech is. It's the powerful platform that transforms potential into momentum. Piedmont Tech is the springboard, bent, coiled, and ready to launch each of you. Sure, from the outside, people see the degrees, the certificates, the technical skills, the workforce readiness, and those things matter greatly. But what really sets this place apart is its ability to launch people, to take students who are working 2 jobs, raising families, changing careers, overcoming doubt, pushing past fear, or starting from scratch and giving them the momentum they need to launch. You graduates have felt that springboard beneath your feet. Every one of you has felt the board bend when you study late nights for early morning exams, when you receive clinical feedback that made you question everything, when you sat in your car before class wondering if you're really cut out for this, when you submitted your first paper after years away from school and prayed the professor would please be kind. You felt the pressure, but the pressure was not meant to hold you down. No, it was meant to launch you upward and onward into a great performance. Just like Olympic divers, you don't leave the springboard behind when you take off. You carry it with you. You carry the confidence that came from learning something new at an age you thought might be too hard. You carry the resilience that came from balancing school with work and family and everything that life threw at you. You carry the support of professors, teachers, and instructors who refuse to let you quit. And you carry the pride of everyone here today who is cheering for you louder than any Olympic crowd ever could. Let me tell you this, the launch is only the beginning. When divers are in the air, twisting, flipping, and turning, they have about 1 second to make 1,000 small decisions. They may just adjust their posture, their timing, their rotation, and then their entry. One small change can make a perfect dive into a big splash, big enough to splash the first 3 rows. Life is the same way. You will be in the air making choices, adjusting course, responding to the unexpected, and doing your best to land gracefully even when the world throws you a spin you were not planning on. Some days you'll nail it. You'll walk away with your head held high and say, did anyone see that? Other days, there'll be a big splash, and you'll walk away with your head tucked and say, did anyone see that? And that's okay. Splashes mean that you're trying. Splashes mean you're taking a risk. Splashes mean you're learning. The people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid splashes. They're the ones who climb the ladder, walk back out on the board, and try again. You've already proven that you are those people. Now I want to shift for a moment to something more personal. Many of you already know this, but the real world does not hand out gold medals for everyday courage. You won't get a medal for finishing a long shift with aching feet. You won't get a medal for repairing a broken engine in freezing cold. You won't get a medal for caring for patients who are scared or families who are overwhelmed. And you won't get a medal for showing up for your children after a full day of classes. But I want you to know this. Those moments matter just as much as any Olympic victory. They are quiet, steady acts of strength that build the world we live in. Piedmont Technical College graduates are the backbone of this and many other communities. The welders, nurses, technicians, innovators, problem solvers, caregivers, and creators. You are the people who make things work. who make people safe, and who make progress possible. This is not a small thing. This is not ordinary. This is exceptional. As you move forward, remember three things. First, never underestimate where you came from. Being the first person in my family to go to college did not limit me, it fueled me. Your story, your background, your challenges, they're sources of strength, not obstacles. Second, stay curious. I stand here as someone with more degrees than any reasonable person needs. And I can tell you this, the best learners are the ones who never think they're done. Ask questions, seek growth. Let your lives be steeped in the joy of learning, whether it's welding a cleaner bead, mastering a new medical skill, or figuring out the best business plan for success. Third, stay humble but fearless. A springboard can only lift you if you have the courage to step out on the edge. Do not be afraid of the big moments. Don't be afraid of leadership. Don't be afraid to make decisions that scare you a little. Fear is often the first sign that you're standing in a place where growth is possible. Graduates, today is your launch. The board has flexed, the energy is built. The momentum is yours, and now it's time to launch. As you leave this campus, remember that you carry with you the strength of every challenge you've overcome, the pride of every person who believed in you, and the power of a community that invests in its people generation after generation. Piedmont Tech launched me into a life I never could have imagined. It launched my children, and today it launches you. So carry this legacy forward. So leap boldly, spin courageously, land confidently, and when you make a splash, smile, climb back up, and dive again. Congratulations, class of 2025. Your performance begins today.
Good afternoon. This part of the ceremony allows us an opportunity to recognize those students who have excelled academically in their majors. In your programs, you'll notice that the names of some students are marked by stars. This indicates honor status. These students are wearing gold tassels. A single star indicates that a student is graduating with a grade point average between 3.5 and 3.74 on a 4.0 scale. A double star indicates that a student is graduating with a 3.75 to 3.99 grade point average. A triple star indicates that a student is graduating with a perfect 4.0. That means these students have successfully completed every course taken with a grade of A. Will our honor graduates please stand and be recognized at this time? Congratulations and well done. You may be seated. We're also proud to sponsor several honor societies. These organizations provide students with an opportunity to be recognized for academic accomplishments and commitment to their fields of study and to the college. Each society provides its members with a way to display their membership status on their commencement regalia. You can find descriptions of each in the back of your programs, and I encourage you all to follow along and refer to this guide as our ceremony progresses this afternoon. Today, advisors and members of the following honor societies are present: Kappa Pi, National Technical Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa, Pi Sigma Eta, Tau Alpha Pi, and Tau Upsilon Alpha. If you're an advisor for or a member of any of these organizations, please stand for recognition at this time. We're also pleased to announce that we have veterans graduating today. We'd like to recognize these students as well as anyone in the audience who have served their country. So would you please stand to be recognized at this time? Any veterans? Thank you all for your service. At this time, I'd like to ask our presidential ambassadors to please stand. Yep, there you go. These students exemplify loyalty and service to Piedmont Technical College. Chosen for their academic achievement, leadership skills, and a willingness to give back to the college, presidential ambassadors represent the college and our president, Dr. Rivers, at various events, and we thank them again for all they do.
At this time, I'd like to ask all county award winners to please come forward. Each year, the Piedmont Technical College Area Commission presents awards to students from each county who have earned the highest grade point average on a cumulative basis in an associate's degree or diploma program. These students have demonstrated outstanding academic excellence, and we congratulate them for their accomplishments. Members of our area commission will be presenting these awards. Ms. Thelma Woody, could you please join us? Ms. Woody is a commissioner from Abbeville County. The first recipient is an occupational therapy assistant major, Amanda Graber. The next recipient is earning an associate's degree in nursing, Sarah Myers. Thank you, Ms. Woody. Would Ms. Jane Herlong, Commissioner from Edgefield County, please come forward? Our final recipient is a horticulture technology major, Kelly O'Donnell. Thank you, Ms. Herlong. Let's have a round of applause for our county award winners. Now I ask at this time, would all candidates for graduation please come forward?
As the names of the candidates for graduation are called, Piedmont Technical College's president, Dr. Hope E. Rivers, will join the candidates on the stage to congratulate them on their accomplishments. Mr. Joshua Lindsay, Dean of Arts and Sciences, will join the stage party to congratulate candidates in his division.
Receiving an Associate in Arts degree, Dylan Ethan Brown. Cassie Gillum. Tiffany Brooke Harlan. Dallas Desiree Hutchinson. Irvin Martinez Hernandez. Maya Demetriana Middleton. Alexandria Moore. Eric Pedroza. Cortasia Dominique Robinson. Receiving an Associate in Science, Amber Naonia Butler. Receiving an Associate in Science and Associate in Arts, Charlene M. Dozier. Receiving an Associate in Science, Tariana Good. Jasmine Grace Higginbotham. Justin Lucas. Takira Kylie Mumfrey. Antonio Tabuada Roman. Daniel Scholl.
Ms. Christina Knight, Dean of Industrial and Engineering Technologies, has joined the stage party to offer her congratulations to candidates in her division's programs.
Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, Electronic Engineering Technology, Christopher Ryan Shirk, Jr. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Automotive Technology, Isaiah C. Ballman. Kevin Marquois Gibson. Jonathan Lowe. Brady Wilson. Receiving a certificate in Automotive Fundamentals, David Paduada Roman. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Diversified Agriculture, Alyssa Laurel Height. Carson Dale Wilson. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning Technology, Sergio Carlos Romero. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Horticulture Technology, Emma Delaney McCaffrey. Kelly O'Donnell. Carly Holzenbeck Spradley. William Drayton Fricks. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Mechatronics Technology, Jared Andrew Ledbetter. Leonia Chauncey Long. Preston P. Pittman. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in General Technology, welding concentration, Nicholas Cordell Wilson. Receiving a certificate in advanced welding, Jacqueline Arvizu Molina. David Blease Ballinger. Keenan Jones. Darian Simone Krebs Foster. Alejandro A. Ramos Ubaldo. Gavin Thomas Seawright.
Now, Ms. Tara Gantz, Dean of Healthcare, will join the stage party to offer her congratulations to candidates in her division's programs.
Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Cardiovascular Technology, Adult Echocardiography, Adam Judson Hembry. Michael Anthony Hudgens II. Gisela Luis Sanchez. Makia de la Cruz Patines. Amy Lauren Filson. Carl B. Smith, Jr. Bridget Gabriella Sky White. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Cardiovascular Technology, Invasive Concentration, Lauren Brooke Dotson. Terry Douglas Parker. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Nursing, Cadence Abels. Darian Trey Brown. Eduardo Contreras. Araceli Cruz. Abigail Elizabeth Dew. Tajana Brichet Freeman. Emily Susanna Fricks. Shantia Marie Good. Ping Hung. Sherry Johnson. Alexia Lationa Kennedy. Shannon L. Martin. Sarah Elizabeth Myers. Lillian Cheyenne Pruitt. Catherine Grace Rains. Sipo Sarabatse. Taylor Sims. Christopher Jamal Sullivan. Emily Torres. Sheely Leanne Wirtz. Tamara Mackey Williams Teasley. Receiving a Diploma in Applied Science, Diploma in Practical Nursing, Adrian D. Beck. Madison Taylor Botts. Erica Height. Ashley Patricia Malone. Kendra Lee McLean. Risha A. McCrae. Cheyenne Hope McGill. Mercedes Leanne Oots. Ashley Tollison. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Occupational Therapy Assistant, James Milam Crowder. Amanda Joy Graber. Heather Whit Marcingill. Alicia Caroline Warren. Reynald Lazo. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Computer Technology, Cybersecurity concentration, Desmond Siobhan Walker.
let us take a moment to recognize the exceptional achievements of these students before us. Each one has navigated academic challenges and has demonstrated unwavering commitment, resilience, and a thirst for knowledge. Now they stand on the cusp of a transformative journey, poised to leave their mark on the world. Candidates for graduation, please stand. I ask the faculty to stand in concurrence to awarding these associate's degrees, diplomas, and certificates. I ask the members of the Area Commission and our president to please stand in authority. On behalf of our president, with concurrence of the faculty and by the authority granted by the Area Commission and the state of South Carolina, I hereby confer these associate's degrees, diplomas, and certificates with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto on all candidates who have completed the requirements for graduation. Candidates, on the count of 3, please turn your tassel from the right to the left, signifying that you are now a college graduate. 1, 2, 3. Please join me in celebrating all members of the Fall 2025 graduating class of Piedmont Technical College. Graduates, go forth with confidence, for you are now alumni of Piedmont Technical College, and know that you've received an education that has prepared you well for the next step in your educational or professional journey. All of us here at Piedmont are proud of you, and your journey has only just begun. As we conclude this commencement ceremony, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of our graduates. Friends and family, faculty and staff, thank you for your unwavering support. Now we ask that all guests in the audience remain seated for the recessional, and the recessional will conclude our ceremony. Thank you.